So a quick hands-on with this SMIRLY cutting board. This is a 3-piece cutting board. You have the main cutting board, and then you have these two kind of side boards where on this side they have compartments to, I guess, put whatever cuttings you want from here to here. And these sides attach via magnet. As you can see, there's magnets here and there are magnets on this board as well. And you can see the grab of the magnets. I'll just get it close and it'll grab. There we go. And the same on the other side. Right, so then it becomes, you know, if you're like me and you cut a food and then move it over to the sides of your board, this really extends. So this is the cutting surface, and this kind of extends the board. You know, in terms of the finish, you know, it's okay. To me, it feels like it could have been sanded a little bit more, especially these areas where these got routed are pretty rough. They're not sanded at all. There's a couple, you know, small areas like this here that just kind of came out of the box this way. And there's another one. I don't know if you can see it with the light, like right there. So there's a few areas that, you know, aren't perfect, but I'll oil this up and, you know, see how it goes. Now, one thing I don't really like is the way, you know, if I'm putting food over here, first I have to get past this trough to get the food in there. And then I typically like to just move the food off of the board to where I'm cooking. So whether it's on a saute pan or a baking dish or what have you, just to kind of slide it off. And this is of course a compartment, and that'll just create a barrier to cleanly sliding it off. So what you can do, and the way I actually plan on using it, is to go all the way on the other side with all of this, including, and they put their logo on the back here, so I'm guessing this was an intended use. And connected this way, connected this way. So now I don't have that trough. So I finished cutting right here. I can just move it over to a side here, move it over to a side here. And when you're done, you bring that over and then you just slide the food directly off. And you don't have any of these like little compartment barriers. You know, I think these little compartments could be cool maybe for serving. You know, if you just put some different things out to serve as part of a charcuterie board, although I have another one of those, so I don't think I would use this for that, but I think you could. And you can keep this side of it all clean without all the marks on it and do all your cutting on this side. And this really then becomes a nice size board in terms of cutting, putting it off to the side, and then having these just come off where you can slide the food on to wherever you're going to cook it. So anyway, you know, I think it's a decent board. I think I'm not usually into gimmicks like this, but I think this could be useful in terms of not having to hold the entire board. Just to get the food off of it. This is much lighter than the entire board. And I think size-wise, it's pretty good. In terms of, you know, cutting surface, this is enough cutting surface for most things. And then, you know, getting it off to the side over here, I think that's pretty good. So, you know, overall, I would say this is about a 4-star for me in terms of just overall quality. And again, I don't usually like gimmicks in cutting boards, but I think this is actually useful. And especially if you have, you know, if you're a little bit older or you have arthritis or anything like that, holding up a full cutting board with a lot of different things could be difficult, and this can make that a lot easier. Plus it has the multiple uses. You know, you can use it as a serving tray as well. So just something to keep in mind. Hope this helps everyone out.